Okay, good day. Today is December 14. Okay, our topic for today is ANOVA. We will tackle two problems for today. So we will be using two methods. Okay, first method is using the manual method, the calculator method. The second method is the Excel method. For accounting students, okay, you have the option to uh, at your privilege. Okay, but if I'm the student, I will choose Excel method. Okay. For convenience and we all know that our exam is time bounded, so please manage your time during exam, no? So please learn, okay, the shortcut method. I'm talking about Excel method. Okay, so for today, please prepare the following files. I'm talking about these files. I already uploaded this in our Moodle. Okay, okay, please open the ANOVA PDF file. Okay, as you can see, the format of ANOVA is similar, the same with your hypothesis testing. You will still follow step 1 to 6. Okay, the only difference that I can find here is that okay, in number 4 critical regions, you're not required to draw the graph, but instead you just need to make a statement. Okay, what will be your basis for rejecting or accepting your null hypothesis? More for the solution, okay, under the Z or T test, you just need to use this simple formula. Okay, remember that example, the value of Z is equal to okay, you say that you still remember the formula. Okay, you say that mu, okay, for example, is minus k x bar, okay, divided by sigma, okay, divided by square root of n. Okay, so under ANOVA, you need to familiarize the table. Okay, this is the table of ANOVA. Okay, again, ANOVA stands for analysis of variance. The shortcut of analysis of variance. Okay, so we need to be familiarized with this table. Okay, we will be using this table in replacement of the formula that we are used in hypothesis testing. Okay, so that is why under step number 5, you will see this table. Okay, let's start. The data below represent the number of hours of pain relief provided by 5 different brands of headache tablets administered to 25 subjects. The 25 subjects were randomly selected, divided into 5 groups, and each group was treated in different brand. Hours of relief from headache tablet are as follows. No? Please understand the table. You're asked to test the hypothesis at 0.05 or 5% level of significance that the mean number of hours of relief provided by tablets is the same for all 5 brands. Okay? So again, our topic okay, is all about inferential statistics. Okay? Based on the sample size given or sample respondents given, okay, are this enough to conclude okay, that this is the opinion of the totality or the population. Okay, you just mean, in short, you are concluding no, based on the sample size. Now, in this case, okay, there are 25 subjects that was randomly chosen no, that will be the focus of the research of a specific person or researcher. Okay, tinatanong ba na yung limang bang brands na yan para parehong epekto in terms of towers of relief. Okay? Kumuha lang siya ng 25 na respondents, that is not enough actually, no? Kung tutusin, is that, kumbaga, is that reliable? Not enough. Is that reliable? Okay? Na kumuha ka ng 25 to represent the totality. Ilang milyon tao bang gumagamit o nagtitake nitong headache tablets, no? Para sabihin mo that ito yung magiging conclusion okay, in terms of pare-pareho ba yung epekto ng limang tableta na yan. So from the word itself, pare-pareho, we're talking about the variance no? Or nagba-vary ba siya o nagkakaiba or hindi. So under ANOVA, okay, our assumption is always okay, as your null hypothesis is walang pagkakaiba. Okay? So that is, kumbaga, that is in opposite of nagva-vary, no? You know, walang pagkakaiba at nagva-vary. So therefore, our claim here is to declare that all of the it says here, the hours of relief from different headache tablets are the same or equal in average. Okay, so let us just explain this table. No? For example, kay person 1, kay binigyan niya ng biogesic. So, record ng researcher that it will take effect, mga ano, not take effect, no? Nawala yung sakit ng ulo yun ng 5 oras. No? Second respondents, kay binigyan niya ng biogesic. So, 4 na oras nag-take effect yung tableta. Hanggang natapos yung 25 na respondents. Okay? So yung ating null hypothesis here is to declare all the averages per brand are equal. So, ibig sabihin, walang pagkakaiba ba? Okay, so that is why we have 5 averages here kasi there are 5 brands. Now, to oppose your null hypothesis, just put or say at least 2 of the means are not equal. Kumbaga, kahit isa lang sa kanila dito, hindi equal yung average in terms of hours of relief, okay, ino-oppose niya rin kanyang null hypothesis. Number 3, just write alpha. Excuse me. Okay, so number 4, the critical region. No? This time you're not required to draw. Just put a statement. No? But our statement or critical region must be based in our F distribution table. So let's open our F distribution table. Here, the shaded portion is in this corner, this portion. It means to say that is the rejection area. The shaded portion is the rejection area. If your value of F is greater than this point, it means to say it belongs to the shaded portion or the critical region. So our statement there is F is greater than whatever the value at this point. Okay, so it means to say if F is greater than whatever value in this point is considered in the rejection area. Okay, so therefore if that is true, okay, whatever the computed F later, you need to reject the null hypothesis. If that is false, you need to accept the null hypothesis. Why accept? Because the computed F does not belong to the rejection area or the shaded portion. Okay? Excuse me. Okay, let's go back with our problem. So using the F distribution the F distribution table, we need the value of k minus 1 to represent your v sub 1, and k open parenthesis n minus 1 close parenthesis, that will be our v sub 2. Okay, what is k? K represents your sort of classification or kind. Okay, in this case we're talking about 5 brands, so k is equal to 5. N is equal to sample size. So per brand, how many sample size did the researcher or the whoever administered the research, okay, how many subjects are there, no, per brand? So we're talking about N. No? So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so N is equal to 5. Okay, so just need to substitute here. So 5 minus 1 will give you 4. Okay, 5, okay, open parenthesis. 5 minus 1, close parenthesis, will give you, I think, 20. Okay, so to solve this, okay, all you need to do is you may add that to directly. 4 plus 20 will give you 24. Or you follow this formula, 5 times 5 minus 1 will give you 24. They're the same, no? So we can fill in the later with our table, no, in step number 5. We're talking about this one, okay? Okay, so there are the values. Now, how to solve the 79.44, or we're talking about SSA here, okay? SSA. I changed the variable A to C, okay, since your K is in column, okay? So I will change this to C, no? SSC. You will see the table later, okay? It's SSC, not SSA, no? Okay, I will use this as is, SSE, and SST. Okay? SS means sum of squares. Okay? If that is C, sum of squares of column. Okay? If that is SSE, sum of squares of error. SST, sum of squares of total. Okay? Later, if you have these two values, you can now proceed with the fourth column. You just follow the formula. So whatever the value here, divided by the value here. No? Same also here. Whatever the value here, divided by the value here. Okay? So after you will fill in the fourth column, you can now proceed with the last column. Okay? All you need to do is to divide these two values to get your computed F. So after that, you're done. You just need, then that's the time that you proceed with step number 6, or the last step. Okay? So let's focus on solving first the second column. Okay? So I will open the Excel. I copy pasted the data shown in the problem. No? Okay, remember, okay, again, let's go back. No? Our basis is this table. Okay, let us solve first for SST. Then followed by SSC. Then last is SSE. Okay. How to solve SST? Okay, first, you need to square your datum individually. We're talking about 5 squared, 4 squared, 8 squared, until you finish the last 25th subjects, okay, 7 squared. So what I did is copy pasted the data vertically, as you can see. Okay, there are 25 subjects here. So the formula says that to solve for SST, you must first square each datum. Okay, so so we will square each datum. So that is why, okay, the formula here, we will remove first. Okay, 5 raised to the power of 2. Okay, so if you're sure with the formula, all you need to do is to move the cursor until it will change to solid cross, then drag that down. Okay, so that it will copy the formula. No? So after that, okay, you're asked to sum the squares, no? Total the squares. That is why, okay, your calculator, you need to add this individually. No? 25 plus 16 plus 64, but in Excel, all you need to click that command and highlight all the data that you need to add. Okay, so the answer is 834. Okay, so next step is, so we have now the value of sum of squares, total of x, then you squared. No? Total of square, total of x, then you square. Okay, I'm talking about you add all of this, then you square. Okay, so let's do that. No? So para hindi mahirapan, so i-add natin by column. So let's erase this first. Okay, sum. Okay, highlight the data that you need to add. Enter. Okay, since you have the formula here, all you need to do is to copy the formula, but I want to highlight this portion. Okay, drag that to the right. Okay, it will automatically copy the formula. No? So after that, okay, sum of all of the data is equal to, okay, you add all. Oops. Okay, there, 132. Now, if you're not convinced, okay, is it 132? Okay, just put sum here. Okay, you highlight all the data that you need to add. It should be 132. No? 132. They're the same. No? Okay, so that is total square. Then later you will square that one, then divided by k minus 1. Again, k is equal to 5 because there are 5 brands. N is equal to 5 because there are 5 sample size per brand. Okay, be careful of that. That is not always they're the same. No? So let's substitute in the formula. So in the formula, okay, just erase that first, is equal to sum of squares. Okay, we're talking about A334, no? 3, 4. Then minus the total x squared. Okay, we're talking about 132. And you square. Okay, careful with your Excel. No? Should I open close parentheses first? We'll put open close parentheses. Then after that, you need to divide that 5 times 5, k times n. After that, okay, I just want to make sure that Excel will follow my instruction. Okay, we'll open close parentheses. Okay, the subtrahend. Okay, equals. That's not correct. It's wrong. What's wrong with this? Okay, sum of squares, 834. That's correct. A square divided by k minus k times k. Is this correct? Sum of squares. Okay. I saw what's wrong with this statement. Okay, we'll erase it first. Be careful with your Excel class, no? Just put 25 if you don't want to be mistaken. You just put immediately 25. Okay. So this is the correct answer. Okay. SST is 137.04. That SST. Okay. Next. Just be careful, class, with this formula, no? Okay, next, SSC. Now we can proceed with SSC. Okay, just erase first the value. Okay, so first, the formula there is to sum all the squares of the total of the squares of the sum per column. Okay, I'm talking about this. No? You square all the sum per column. That will be 26 raised to the power of 2. Enter. 76. Okay, I will copy this formula. I will drag that to the right. Okay, that is the square of the total per column. It says here you add or sum. Okay, we'll copy this formula. Okay, divided by n. Okay, so we'll make formula here. Okay, the value of 3882 divided by n, which is 5, no? Then minus, okay, total square divided by n. As you can see, the subtrahend is the same. Okay, do you see this one? They are the same, no? So for my convenience, what I will do is that from this formula, I will copy the subtrahend. The formula for subtrahend, copy. We'll put that here. Okay. Paste. Okay. Enter. That is not right because this was bigger than that's SST. Okay. What's wrong with our formula? So again, okay, sum of squares, we're talking about this one, minus, okay, the subtrahend, and the SST. Okay, enter. Oops. That's not also right. Okay, so be careful, class. Okay, what's wrong? Let's check. We forgot to divide sa n. Okay, so that's right. Okay, 79.44. Okay, next. To get your SSC, you just need to deduct SSC from SST. So that is, okay, SST or sum squares total minus squares column equals 57.6. So let's familiarize 137.04, 79.44, 57.6. Okay, let's go back with our PDF file. Let us check. Okay, 137 yung sa baba, no? SST kasi sa baba eh. SSE yung pinakataas. Yung gitna is yung SSE. Okay? Let us check. Okay, nasa ano na tayo? Second column na tayo, class. So, okay, the same, no? Nasa gitna yung SSE. Nasa taas yung SSC. SST na sa baba. Okay? So, we have the values na yun dun sa ating second at third column. So, just need to substitute dito. Okay? 74.44 divided by 4 will give you 19.86. Okay, 57.6 divided by 20 will give you 2.88. After nyan, we have the values sa fourth column. You can now solve for the computed F. Okay, you just need to divide 2. Okay, 19.86 divided by 2.88. The quotient is 6.9. So we have the value na for F. All you need to do is to go back again to step number 4. Okay, you put there 6.9. No? Okay, so wait lang. I forgot to teach you how to use the table. Okay, and in using your table, how to get to 0.87. Okay, all you need to do is to get the intersection of your degrees of freedom. I'm talking about V sub 1 and V sub 2. I told you a while ago this is V sub 1 and this one is V sub 2. Okay, you get the intersection at 0.05. Okay, please open your F distribution table. Okay, 0.05. V sub 2 is equal to, again, ilan nga yun? So that's 4, no? V sub 1, I mean 4. Okay, V sub 1 is 4. And V sub 2 is 20, not 24, 20, okay? Okay, 4 and 20, that's 2.87. Intersection is 2.87 at 0.05. That is why you have critical region here, which is 2.87. Okay, so I already explained to you, okay, our statement there should be F is greater than 2.87. No? I'm talking about this point, no? That is 2.87. So beyond that, that is in the critical region. So if that is correct or that's true, you need to reject your null hypothesis. If that is false, you need to accept your null hypothesis. Okay. Next. Okay, so after that, no, as we stop on step number 5, you go back with step number 4. So 6.9 is greater than 2.87. Or you may write that under step number 6. Okay, 6.9 is greater than 2.87. That is true. So therefore, it belongs to the rejection area or the shaded portion. If that belongs to the rejection area or shaded portion, you must reject your null hypothesis. Okay, if you reject your null hypothesis, you go back. Okay, with step number 1. Okay, it means to say you reject this one, so you accept that at least two of the means are not equal. So that is why the conclusion must be the mean number of hours of relief provided by the headache tablets is not the same for all 5 runs. Okay, so we're done with your manual method in analysis of variance one way. No, now I think you are interested with Excel. Okay, using Excel, all you need to do is to go to the file. Okay, click option, add-ins. Okay, you click analysis toolpath, go. You check these 2 boxes. Okay. Then after that, okay, dapat lalabas na itong data sa taas at saka data analysis dito. So, ang gagawin natin is we will highlight. Okay, kunyari, wala pa ito. No? I will delete this one. Okay, we'll delete that one. I copy paste already this portion in our PDF file para meron tayong side-by-side comparison. No? So under using your Excel, okay, we go directly with step number 5. Okay, I'm sure you know how to make step 1 to 4. No. Okay, data analysis again. Okay, click single factor ANOVA. So, assuming wala pa ito, okay, check column kapag naka-column itong brand. Kapag ang brand is nasa gilid, okay, so short click the rows. No? You also make sure na 0.05 yung nakalagay kasi yun ang nasa problem. So, itong input range, you just highlight yung given. It must be 5 by 5, okay? Next, because that's given, and that's not all times 5 by 5, no? Then I want to choose, okay, the output range, okay, somewhere here, okay? So there, no? And after that, okay, we're okay. Then, okay na. As you can see, pinibigay ka agad yung table of ANOVA. Okay. We don't need this. Okay. There. Okay. As you can see, this side-by-side comparison. Side-by-side comparison. 79, correct. 57, correct. 137, correct. 4, 2, 20, 24, correct. 90 points, okay, correct. 6.9, correct. Critical region, as you can see, pinibigay din sa Excel directly. Okay. Let us compare. 2.86 may binigay sa table. Okay, it's 2.87. Okay. Is it 2.87? Yes. Okay, because 6 followed by 6. So if you run off, that is 2.87. The p-value, okay, if your p-value is less than or equal to 0.05, so we usually reject the null hypothesis. Okay. In short, significant yung ating critical region. No? If p is greater than 0.05, usually accept. Ibig sabihin, hindi significant yung ating critical region. In this case, as you can see, one way to check if your conclusion is correct or not by looking at your p-value. Since your p-value is less than equal to 0.05, which is 0.00117, okay, you must reject because it says here reject. No? Is it reject? Let's go back. Okay. It's reject. Okay. We're done with sample number 1. Example number 2, sample number 2. Okay. So, nandito na siya sa sheet number 2. Okay. For example, you're given this problem. No? Assume 0.05 yung ating alpha dito. Okay. The same procedure, okay, you make your step 1, 2, and 3. 3 alpha is 0.05. No? Alpha is 0.05. Okay. Then, h sub 0, okay, tatlo yung ating mu because tatlo yung tao dito. No? So, mu sub 1 is equal to mu sub 2 is equal to mu sub 3. Your step number 2 is to oppose that one. At least 2 of the means are not equal. Okay, that's h sub 1. Okay. Now, critical region, okay, using your Excel, you may put this later. So, this blanco pa. So, blanco lahat. No? Using Excel, okay, I will rewrite the data here. Okay, this data here. So, 8, 8, 10. Okay, that's correct. Okay, this data, no? Okay, this data. Okay. Now, next. Okay. Para malagyan natin kaagad ng answer dito. Okay. Again, no? Okay na to 1, 2, 3. Tapos, you may put 4 later, then 5, okay, automatically i-generate ng ating Excel. Okay. So, kapag meron na lang 1 to 5, you can solve now for 6. No? So, ang gusto ko mangyari, I will use Excel directly. So, dito ko, nag-type ko na kaagad dito yung data na given. So, palabasin natin yung data analysis. Okay, single factor. Okay, this time, ito yung dapat i-highlight natin. Tapos, columns pa rin siya class, no? Kasi nasa patayo yung ating name of person, no? 0.05 yung ating given. Okay? Then, arrange natin. Lagay ko siguro dito. Dito pa rin, no? So, okay din. Okay? So, as you can see, ang kailangan lang natin, you may delete that one. Okay, ito lang. Okay? So, I already prepared the manual method here. Again, class, for accounting students, you may go directly here. Okay? Kumbaga, nandito na yung ating F decision table using your table. No? Pwede mo na malagyan itong critical region. Okay? Saan ba makita ito? Ito yan, 3.86. Mali. Okay. Dapat 3.89. Okay? Sorry ha, 3.89. 3.89 dapat ito dito. Mali lang lagay ito, class ha. 3.89. If you want to check using your table, gusto niyo lang talaga magtagal-tagal, no? Pwede din, no? So, ano ba yung ating basihan? So, alam na natin na 2 at saka 12 yung intersection at 0.05. Okay? Manually, no? Manual. Pwede din dito ang diretso 2 at saka 12, no? Manually. No need sa class kasi inibigay na ng Excel, no? 2 at saka 12.05. 2 at saka 12. So, there, no? 3.89 pa rin siya. Okay? Okay, we're done, no? We're done with that tabulated F. Okay, after nyan, okay, meron na tayong critical region. If lagyan nyo lang F greater than kung ano yung nasa tabulated value ng F. Then, kapag true siya, you need to reject. Kapag false, you need to accept. So, ito na yung ating step number 5. Okay, ito. Okay. So, kasi pareho lang. I told you a while ago, if your P is less than equal to 0.05, okay, which is true, you will reject, no? Otherwise, you will accept. Sabi otherwise na yan. So, P is greater than 0.05. Okay? You will accept. Okay? You need to put true. If P is less than equal to 0.05, must reject. Okay. So, kahit dito magtingin sa p-value, check na lang natin itong table, no? So, the computed F is 1.56. Okay, using your manual method, 1.56, no? So, is 156 greater than your tabulated F, which is 3.89? That is not correct. It's false. So, again, if that is false, you must accept your null hypothesis. Then your conclusion, 3 workers have the same speed in performing the task. Okay? Because you're accepting your null hypothesis. Okay? Why? We go back to step number 1. Ano ba yung step number 1 natin kanina? That mu sub 1 is equal to mu sub 2 is equal to mu sub 3. Okay? So again, class, please follow step 1 to 6 pa rin. No? And, okay, to confirm kung talaga ba talaga siyang dapat i-accept, tingnan natin yung p-value sa Excel. Okay? P-value natin is 0.25. And that is greater than 0.05. That is why we are accepting. Okay, one way to check if your answer is correct or not. I think we're done. Okay, thank you for listening. Okay, can please study your lesson. Okay, we will have your final exam on Friday. Okay, sa exam at sa quiz, you may use directly the Excel, and if you're asked to handwrite, just copy what was seen on your Excel. Importante marunong kayo mag-interpret ng numbers, okay, using your ANOVA. No?